अस्तु अहं वदामि एकः अनुवदतु अन्ये जनाः तम् अनुवदन्ति. Okay, one repeats after me and everybody will repeat after that person. अहं वदामि भवान् अनुवदतु सर्वे भवन्तम् अनुवदन्ति. ओके अस्तु. ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति. अरुण गारु మీరు చెప్పండి.
ఈశ్వరో గురురాత్మేతి
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने.
उत्तमम्. Here you have to be careful with the Mahaprana aksharas. Bhe, Murti, Bheda. That Bha is Mahaprana. Bheda. And in Vibhagine, Bha is Mahaprana. Murti, Bheda, Vibhagine. Murti, Bheda, Vibhagine. Arun garu, ఇది మాత్రం చెప్పండి. మూర్తి భేద విభాగినే.
మూర్తి భేద విభాగినే.
అత్యుత్తమం, అత్యుత్తమం. పునః ప్రథమం వాక్యం వదామः. అహం వదామి, భవాన్ అనువదతు. అరుణ్ గారు. ఈశ్వరో గురురాత్మేతి.
ఈశ్వరో గురురాత్మేతి.
మూర్తి భేద విభాగినే.
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने.
अत्युत्तमम्. व्योमवत् व्याप्त देहाय.
व्योमवत् व्याप्त देहाय.
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः.
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः.
अत्युत्तमम्. Here also Arun garu said it very well, but everybody please note, it is dakshina murtaye namaha. Dakshina murtaye namaha. Atyuttam. Now another person to say after me. One more person gets the chance. Yeah, so I think Divya garu wanted to say it very badly. She was, yeah, I know. Divya garu and Suhani both. Okay. Yeah. ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति.
ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति.
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने.
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने.
व्योमवत् व्याप्त देहाय.
व्योमवत्
व्याप्त देहाय.
व्योमवत् व्याप्त देहाय.
दिव्या गारू.
व्योमवत्.
दिव्या गारू, just say this vyapta देहाय.
व्याप्त देहाय.
उत्तमं. व्योमवत्
व्याप्त देहाय.
अत्युत्तमं. व्योमवत् व्याप्त देहाय.
व्याप्त देहाय.
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः.
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः.
अत्युत्तमं, अत्युत्तमं. So everybody got it right? Does anyone have any questions, doubts in Ucharanam? You all got it?
Raghu garu, the third line okkasari inkoka rendu sarlu chepparandi.
Evarandi Uma gara?
Avunu.
Sare, meeru. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ముగ్గురును అహం వదామి, మీరు ముగ్గురు చెప్పండి, మిగతా వాళ్ళు మిమ్మల్ని అనుసరిస్తారు. అస్తు. ఇప్పుడు ఉమా గారు. ఈశ్వరో గురురాత్మేతి.
ఈశ్వరో గురురాత్మేతి.
మూర్తిభేద విభాగినే.
మూర్తిభేద విభాగినే.
వ్యోమవత్ Vyaptadehaya.
వ్యోమవత్య అక్కడ రావట్లేదండి
వస్తుంది రపిద్దాం. వ్యోమవత్
వ్యోమవత్
వ్యాప్త
వ్యాప్త
దేహాయ.
వ్యోమవత్ వ్యాప్త దేహాయ.
అత్యుత్తమం. వ్యోమవత్ వ్యాప్త దేహాయ.
వ్యోమవత్ వ్యాప్త దేహాయ.
దక్షిణామూర్తయే నమః.
దక్షిణామూర్తయే
దక్షిణామూర్తయే నమః వచ్చేసింది.
థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి.
స్వాగతం. Anybody else who is not sure, who wants some help? It is easy. Astu, uttamam. Now let us try to understand the meaning of this shloka. Ishvaro Guru Atmeti. To understand the meaning, we have to know what are the words actually in this shloka. Ishvaro, it is actually Ishvaraha. There are multiple words in this. Ishvaraha, Guruhu, Atma, Iti. There are 4 words in this. Ishvaraha, Guruhu, Atma, Iti. Then why it changed like this? Why the words can't be as they were? Anyone wants to answer that? Why can't it be Ishvaraha, Guruhu, Atma, Iti? You have the answer right there, right? If you say the words, then what will it become? Ishvaraha, Guruhu, Atma, Iti. It is no more a shloka. Then the chandas, the ragam won't be there, right? So to say them together, can you say them together if they are as they are? Ishvaraha, Guruhu, Atma, Iti. No, so when you want to say them together, naturally, you have to change them. That's what we call sandhi in Sanskritam, right? So the reason the words get combined is not because there are some special rules to make it difficult for you to say. No, it is the exact opposite. To make it easy for us to say naturally, beautifully, melodiously. The only way to do that is sandhi, right? Sandhi is not some vyakaranam rules which will make it difficult. No, it is a natural rule. When we say them quickly, that's what happens actually. Guruhu Atma Iti, if you want to say it quickly, the only best way to say it quickly is together, not quickly, together is Guru Atmeti is the natural. Similar, Ishvaro. So Ishvaraha, Guruhu, Atma. These are the 3 words. Who is Guruhu? We learned a shloka there last year, remember? Does anyone remember the definition of Guru, this shloka? Who remembers it? Who wants to say that?
Gukara.
one who removes the darkness.
Yeah, one who removes the darkness. Uttamam. What is the shloka we learned for that? Somebody was saying it. Suhani is there. Suhani, vadatu, shlokam vadatu.
गुकारस्त्वन्धकारो वै ऋकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते.
Gururithyabhidhiyate. Uttamam. The letter Gu stands for Andhakara, darkness. The darkness of ignorance. Not the real, it's not darkness of ignorance. Rukarastan nivartakaha. The letter Ru stands for that which removes that darkness. So the word Guru means one who helps us become free from the darkness of ignorance. Ignorance of what? Ignorance of the truth. What is the truth? Not knowing it, right? So that is a very deep word. Guru, the word Guru is very, very deep word. We use it loosely. We use the word Guru very loosely for anyone who teaches. A teacher is not necessarily a guru. A non-teacher may be a guru, right? So what is the correct word in Sanskritam for teacher? Adhyapakaha, Sikshakaha, not guru. Guru is one who removes darkness. So can a teacher be guru also? Yeah, can be. Can a non-teacher be a guru? Yes. Right? Guru. That is the word Guru Shabda. Ishvaraha, Guruhu, Atma. Ishvaraha. Ishvara here, the word Ishvara is everything. You know, Ishvara, Lord Ishvara, who represents everything that we see and that we don't see. The entire Prakriti, the whole thing is Ishvaraha. Ishvaraha, Atma. Atma is that reflection of Vishnu Purusha in every one of us. Is that Atma. Atma is that because of which, by which we are what we are. Our ability, if I am speaking Sanskritam, if I am talking to you, what gives me that energy? What gives me that strength? It is the same, just like the world is functioning with what support? You call that Purusha, you call that Parabrahman, Tattvam, whatever you call it. Similarly, it is the same thing in you, which is giving you the ability to do what you are. Atma. Ishvaraha, Guruhu, Atma. Iti Murti Bheda Vibhagine. Vibhagine. So, Murti Bheda Vibhagine is one word. It is not multiple words. Murti Bheda Vibhagin is one word. So, Dakshinamurti is one who appears to be divided in these three forms. Ishvaraha, Guruhu, Atma. Vibhagine, by saying Vibhagine, it turns into Chaturdhi Vibhakti Far. So, Murti Bheda Vibhagine means for that Dakshinamurti who appears to be in these forms. Guruhu, अतः दक्षिणामूर्तिः कः? गुरुः साक्षात् दक्षिणामूर्तिः, ईश्वरः दक्षिणामूर्तिः, आत्मा दक्षिणामूर्तिः. For that Dakshinamurti, Murti Bheda Vibhagine. Why that Vibhagine? Vibhagine means for that, to him. Murti Bheda Vibhagine. And who else? What else? What is the other quality of him? Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya. What is the form of this Dakshinamurti? Can we see them? Can we see him? How does he look like? What is the form? He is everywhere. Vyapta Deha. What is his body? He is Vyapta. He is pervading everything. Like what? Okay, pervading everything. We all need some comparison. Our mind needs some example to understand. What is the example given? Vyomavat. Sky. Do you see sky in one place? Or is it appears to be everywhere? Everywhere. Vyomavat. Just like the all-pervading sky, Dakshinamurti, who is pervading everywhere. Vyapta Dehaya. And similarly, Dehaya, that form again gives the meaning to him. Then Dakshinamurtaye. Dakshinamurtaye Vyapta Dehaya Murti Bheda Vibhagine. All these three words stand for Dakshinamurti with a suffix added, which means to him. So the meaning of Dakshinamurtaye to Dakshinamurti. Murti Bheda Vibhagine to the Dakshinamurti who appears to be in these forms to him. Vyapta dehaya, Vyomavat Vyapta dehaya, right? One who is all pervading, to him. What do we do to him? Namaha, my salutations, I go. That is the meaning of the shloka. Right? See the beauty of Samskrita Bhasha language. It is so poetic, melodious, and very meaningful. So I always repeat this, so it is worth repeating. Our shlokas, they are not some blind faith-based rituals. No, every shloka has a meaning, a rational meaning, scientific, right? We can see that, we can feel that, right? So the all-pervading Dakshinamurti is, then you want to see the form, right? Okay, Dakshinamurti is everywhere. Give me some examples, show me some form. How does he look at a guru who is showing you the path? He reflects, he is a reflection of Dakshinamurti, right? Ishvaraha, everything that you see, the earth, the sun, the galaxies, the entire Prakriti is Ishvara. It's reality. That is the difference between our Vedic wisdom, Vedika Samskriti, and the Western faith-based religions. Ours is not religion. Ours is a wisdom which sees things as they are, which sees the truth. Ishvaraha, Guruhu, Atma. Atma, you know it, right? I repeat, how do I know Atma? Atma is not some magical thing like they show in movies, like a lamp, flying and comes and goes. No, everything. If I am able to speak, what is in it? Science cannot explain this. Science will only explain how the limb functions, right? But it doesn't explain what actually gives these limbs to function. So one example is to understand this. We see electrical devices, electronics everywhere, right? Nowadays, computer, laptop, iPhone, iPhone 12, 45, 95, iPhone is going on, number, all advanced technology. How do they function? What do they need? If the battery is out, will the iPhone work? So what does it need, iPhone? Power, right? Right? Just like that, similarly, that power which gives us the ability to do what we do. What happens the moment that power is gone? We are all what we are, just a physical body made of elements. You know what happens when that power goes, which we call death? The body rapidly deteriorates. It wants to get back into the Mother Earth, right? That power, right? There's this easy analogy. So it is a fact that is Atma, that in us, which gives us that ability, without which we are lifeless. This human body, all the flesh, bones, and all that, and the nervous system. It's because of the nervous system that the body functions. That nervous system gets its energy from what? From the Atma, from that Atma. Am I only the one getting that? All of us. And this so-called Atma, can it be different? My Atma is different from your Atma, right? The energy which powers an iPhone or the energy which powers laptop, are they different? It is the same energy. That's why we feel that natural love. When you talk to the other person, need not be your son or friend. You feel that affection, right? You feel that connection. Where is that coming from? A total stranger who you don't know. Sit next to him or her. In a few minutes, we'll develop that, attachment friendship. How is it happening? Because we have exactly the same thing. And this beautiful realization, only our Vedic wisdom has that. The Western thought, unfortunately, divides. It says, I'm different, you are different. I, work hard, I go up. You work hard, you go up. No. We see everyone else in us. We see us in everybody else. Astu. That was more than what I should talk about the shloka. Sorry. One final time, I'll say the shloka. Everybody repeat after me. Everybody can say this. Say this now. Ishvaro Gururatmeti
ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मे
रुरात्मे
Murti Bheda Vibhagine
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने
Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya
व्योमवद्व्याप्त देहाय
Dakshinamurtaye Namaha.
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः
Astu. So that is the new shloka. Everybody please chant that and learn it and remember the meaning. The big difference in learning this shloka as a Sanskritam student is we understand the words. We know exactly what words are in this shloka. What is the right ucharanam? What is the meaning? Right? That's the difference. I will be sharing this. This is being recorded. This clip I'll share. You watch it again and again and learn it by heart to say.